Good evening, eBayers. Welcome to my sale of the Tarot 690 Hexacopter. This Hexacopter is a custom build. I just built it recently, and I am moving up to a 960 Hexacopter. And so I wanted to show you the features of this Hexacopter. It has a carbon fiber frame, and although the canopy says it's a 680 Pro, it's actually a 690, and the 680 and 690 are identical. The only difference between the 680 and the 690 is the 680 Pro has a integrated distribution board in the main frame, and the 690 has a plastic motor mount as opposed to a carbon fiber motor mount. But let me show you the features of this Hexacopter that you'll be getting in the sale. So let's go ahead. I've somewhat taken off the canopy, so we'll just take it completely off. And let me show you the individual components on the main board. So the first thing you see right here, this is the APM 2.6 flight controller made by 3D Robotics. It is an open source flight controller. I prefer it over the NASA and the Wukong because it has a lot more features and it's 1/3 the price. You just can't beat it. There's an open source community, lots of video tutorials on the wiki page, and you can add and customize this just about any way you want. The other thing it has is a 9-channel orange receiver. Okay, this receiver is 9-channel and it's DSM2, and it binds with Spectrum radios. Alright, the other thing I want to show you here is the GPS. This is an integrated GPS module. It's a 3D Robotics integrated GPS module. It comes with the compass and GPS in one package. The compass is an HCL 5883 compass, and the GPS is a U-Blox Layer 6H GPS module. The last thing I want to show you here, and this is very important, but we'll talk about it a little bit later. This is the telemetry module, and this will send information back from the copter back to a mission planner, which is a free program that you can download from the Hexacopter website. Okay, we'll talk about that later. Now, as far as the power plant is concerned, in addition to having a carbon fiber body, we also have carbon fiber blades. This is a 13-inch, 5.5 degree pitch carbon fiber blade, and it is attached to a Tarot model number 4006 620 kV motor. And it's a pancake motor, so it bolts directly to the propeller. There's no shaft; it just bolts in. Okay, the other thing I want to show you is underneath this. Let's lift this up here. We have a DYS 30 amp Simon K ESC, and the other thing I want to show you is, if you look here, I've attached lights onto each side of 4 of the 6 boom tail, the 4 to 6 booms over here, and I did that for orientation, so you can figure out which way is the front and which way is the back when the copter is far away from you. Also, it looks great at night. Now, I'm going to come here. The other thing I'm going to show you is those blue lights are attached to an Alien Copter power distribution board. It sends the input power through from the battery, and also it has a bunch of solder pads for regulated 5 volts if you need it. Now, the last thing, I should say the last thing, one of the other things I want to show you, it's kind of hard to see, but attached here to this, to the main power leads, is a power module for the APM 2.6. It sends the input power through, but it also sends regulated 5 volt power to the APM flight controller, and it also sends back telemetry information to the telemetry module concerning voltage and power. Okay, it's first sent to the APM board, the flight controller board, and then it's sent out through the telemetry module to the actual receiving station. On the APM power module, if you look right here, oops, let's see, oh, we lost focus. If you look right here, right there, that is an interface, a USB interface. So basically you use a regular cell phone, cable, and you can connect in and plug in also through the USB port. And actually the USB port is enough to power that flight controller. So that's another thing I want to show you. And last but not least, the landing gear. The landing gear locks in really well, and it folds up as is the rest of the Hexacopter. That also folds up too, so you can carry it very easily. The other thing I wanted to tell you about is the flight time. With a 3S 5000 milliamp hour battery, you get a flight time, depending on your flying style, of greater than 10 minutes. That's with one battery. You'll get more flight time if you go ahead and you hook up 2 batteries. Okay. Now the last thing I want to show you was the mission planner. Okay. The mission planner here, I'm going to bring it up. This is the mission planner. It is connected right now. And I'm going to turn off my light, my video light, and I'll show you a little bit about it. So, on this mission planner here, let's move our laptop. On this mission planner, there are 3 main panes on the main screen. This here shows you your attitude information. It also shows you your speed and your altitude. This pane here shows you a lot of telemetry data, a lot of telemetry information. Real time. And then finally over here, this interfaces with Google Earth. And if you take a look, that red line right there, that red line is showing where the nose of the Hexacopter is currently pointing. Okay, you can see your flight path, you can make plans on where you want to go, and see the output on this page. And there's several other pages here that I will not get into because it's beyond the scope of this video. But what I want to show you is one more thing. Right now the copter is disarmed. Okay, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to grab the copter, and I'm going to show you that the telemetry module is working. Once I grab the copter, it's hard to see, I'm going to try to do this, but when I turn the copter, you can see that real-time data is being sent back about what the copter is doing. Okay, if you look here, you can see that as I yaw the copter, you can see that that red line is changing, showing me what direction it's pointing, and it's very, very accurate. Alright, so finally, the last thing I wanted to show you is the copter in flight. The most important thing that people don't realize is its ability to hover. That's what these drones do best. Hover so you can take pictures. And so one of the most important things is how well it hovers. If it's set up improperly, it will start to do what's called toilet bowling, where it just kind of moves in a big circle, and it never stays steady because it just can't lock in because of magnetic interference. And so I want to show you what this copter looks like in flight, and you will agree it's rock solid. Okay, so let's get to that.